Fernetti, trouble. You guys fighting over it? I love it. What's everybody up to tonight? Is there a way to turn on notifications? Because like you guys get in here quick. Alice, what's up? What's up? I got you, Fernetti. All good. That'd be a dead deer. Click the bell and hit all. Okay. Now, does it only give you the notification if you're in the app, or will it pop up? I guess I have to have my notifications on like in general though. I don't think I do for YouTube, so I'll have to go into the settings. I don't like that shot. That would not be a good shot to take. Yeah, but I mean like when I have the app closed. It's probably in the iPhone settings if I had to guess. Ooh, I missed entirely. I pulled real bad. That was really bad. Should I be sighting my rifle? I have a 30-06 that I haven't picked up since the last time I sighted it in, like, I don't even know how many years ago. And I guarantee when I take that out at 100 yards, we'll still be right on the money. So it hasn't really been bumped around or anything. I haven't really used it for hunting, so we'll be good. We'll be good. But yeah, I probably should be sighting it in. I'll do that like maybe Wednesday or something. I don't know. I can't even rifle hunt Pennsylvania. I can only rifle hunt Maryland. I mean, I can rifle hunt Pennsylvania, but only for does. That was like dead nut center. That was perfect. Unfortunately, I don't have lighted nocks on all these, so you guys can't see it. Well, I already punched my buck tag for Pennsylvania, so I can't take another one. So instead, I'm driving, 4 hours to the western side of Maryland. So that way I can finally shoot a deer with the rifle, because I've never done it. And I don't know if Tony's even going to be able to go now because of his surgery and stuff, so we'll see what happens with that. That was low. Little low. Little blow, little low. I'm just trying to get through like the next 2 days at work. Wednesday, we'll probably have a pass, which would be kind of cool. So probably just tomorrow. And tomorrow I have a half day because I have a doctor's appointment anyway. So I'm excited. Vernetti, I think I missed your question, buddy. What'd you ask? Ooh, the 5mm. You got to ask Tony about that because I don't know exactly. I think he shoots 500 spines, but then he has the 5mm arrows too. And I want to say those are 500 spine as well. I think all of them shoot okay, but I can't answer that. So you're gonna have to ask him next time he's on. Michigan, what's up? How are you doing? Thanks, I appreciate it, man. Morgan, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. There we go. Right in the pump house is right where we want to put it. So for a 43-pound bow, I believe I have the 400 spines. does say it on here somewhere. Yeah, these are the 400 spines. For me, the 400 spines are necessary. If I shoot 500s, they're a little too light, so my arrows will stick out and like to the left a little bit. Jackie, what is up? What's going on? I dropped my little tool. Yeah, I think 400 spines are the way for me, but you know, I have a 31-inch draw and I'm drawing like 43 to 45 pounds. I haven't actually measured it, but just by the basic, you know, 2.5 pound per inch you overdraw, that's, you know, right where it puts me. I'm just excited for my longbow to come in. I'm super excited for that. I can't wait. Southeast Asia, what's up, Anthony? How are you doing? Are you in the military, man? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? CG Bros, that's awesome. I'm tagged out for Pennsylvania, so I'm excited to go down to Maryland and hunt with the rifle. I've never done it, so. Ooh, that was a little far forward. I don't know why, I just have a tendency to do that. Don't hit the glow. Oh, you said the GTO, I'm sorry. It's actually a G8 GT. Do I prefer recurves over the compound? I mean, for killing efficiency, you really can't beat the compound or a crossbow. Do I prefer shooting the recurves? Yeah, absolutely. Like I don't even practice with my compound anymore. I'll take it out for one shot at like 40 yards. I'll shoot it, I'll bullseye it, and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm done with that. Heck yeah. And if I don't sell her on one of these lives, I'm just gonna end up fixing it, and then my daughter's gonna like to ride in the back, I think, so. I'm getting a good bit of hand shock from this. I think I just gotta put the silencers on it. Trouble, it's got a failed lifter, so. The real issue is that I want to do a different converter. I want to do a different cam. It's going to need a tune. Everything gets expensive, you know. Ben, what's up? Well, those are touching. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it'd be a fun experience if Diddy came out here. He'd be buried in the backwoods of Pennsylvania somewhere, I think. We don't play those games out here, you know. Man, that bow just slaps. Thud. Yeah, Braden, I do shoot a compound. I have an Athens Peak 38, and it's a great bow. I like the challenge of the recurve. I've taken 4 deer with it this year, and I don't know if I can go back to a compound after this. And this gives me a reason to come out and practice every night. Guys, I'm gonna shoot the G8 if you guys keep talking like that. Don't be telling me what to do. Put an arrow right through the windshield. I don't even care. No, I don't do the string walking. I'm not a huge fan of that. Unless you have a bow that's really tailored for it, you know. Like bows, like these bows don't even really shoot that efficiently to begin with. Because I'm not shooting split finger, and that's kind of what they're tailored to do. So, but you can get bows that are tailored specifically for that, for anybody who doesn't know. Ooh, those are touching. Whoa, so Taz or Taz, we don't like. I'm gonna gun hunt here. Like I've never done it. I'm really excited for it. We don't hate on whatever people choose to use as long as they feel they can ethically harvest an animal with it. You know, that's all we care about. What do you mean that deer is 15 feet away? You should, Taz, go check out some of the videos. I have a video of a doe who came up in a tree. I'm only like 12 feet in a tree. I'm super low. And she comes and she walks right up. You can see my feet in the video. Like she's that close. It was like a 10-yard shot. I actually waited until she got further away, which that actually made it like a 12 or 13-yard shot. But like if I shot straight down, she would have been like 4 yards off the tree I was in. It was crazy. Maybe we'll do a headshot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Everybody calm it down. You guys are getting rowdy tonight. I like it. I like it. Yeah, Melon, we've been hunting, so we haven't been hitting the live streams as hard. But I know Tony and I are both kind of burnt out. We can't kill any more bucks in Pennsylvania, and going down to Maryland is almost a 2-hour drive each way for me. You want action? What kind of action are you looking for? You want a headshot? Somebody said that. What bow do you want me to use for the headshot? You want me to use my hunting bow or you want me to use my practice bow? B, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping in. Stop in like a couple months and maybe we'll have something going with it. Throw it, no bow. I don't know if I even could. Definitely not by the car. I have more confidence in my ability to shoot the bow without hitting the car than I do throwing an arrow. Let's do this. Let's get. I stopped shooting this as much because it's destroying my target, but let's shoot one. It is really good to practice with your broadheads on. Ben, I don't know how to pin comments, dude. I think Tony's a little more in tune with some of that stuff. I'm not going to slide across the floor with a headshot. Good Lord. There we go. Right in the pump house. Zach, what's up? What's up? All right, we're going to try and do a headshot. You keep asking for it. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Headshot. Vernetti, you don't have to send us anything, man. I mean, I appreciate it, but you don't have to do all that. How's that for a headshot? That's right in there. How's that? Right in the nose. Just pull the tooth out, do it. And then send us a video because I want to see it. Vernetti is awesome. All of our mods are awesome. Jimmy, what's up? What's up? And we're in there again. I mean, my shooting started off a little shaky. I think I just needed to get my muscles warmed up because they are decently sore. I shot 200 shots yesterday. I appreciate it, Vernetti. Ooh, I pulled that one right at the end. For all of our mods and pretty much anybody out there, if there's anything we can do to help you guys out, just let me know. How heavy of a bow would I shoot? David, you just pop in here and drop a question like that, man. First off, how's it going? Welcome back. And secondly, I don't know. I think normally they're shooting like what? Like 60, 70, 80-pound bows? Who's the very famous recurve guy who was all over Africa killing deer? What the heck was his name? Oh, that's going to drive me insane. Somebody help me out here. Who was the guy I was shooting? He was shooting like 100-pound recurve. I'd probably just try and shoot a 60 then. And this is something I really want to test. I really want to test and see what the difference in poundage actually makes with momentum. I pulled that one a little bit. Crikey, we pulled that one a little bit. Okay. Yeah, Howard Hill, thank you. Yeah, Howard Hill. Guy's a legend. Oh, I hit the other arrow there. Hang on, release is making your fingers limp. You shouldn't be releasing your fingers, my dad. Yeah, so my issue is that I shoot better when I shoot off the pads instead of like a deep hook, which I think is what Fred Bear did, right? So that way you can relax your hand a lot more. It is a Commodore Holden. And I try practicing like that, but when I do it, like I tend to pluck the string a lot more. Which, I mean, you know, of course, that's the time that I'll just drain it, you know, because I said I would pluck it, but yeah, dude, he was an animal. Absolute legend. But I don't know if that's necessary. Like, and this is one of the things, like, I'm going to get a chrono and I'm going to start testing out some of this stuff and showing you guys that I think the heavier arrow is what matters a lot. Not that having a heavy bow doesn't help, but the heavy arrows are just where it's at for momentum. Whew, we got a nice group in there. Deer's dead 10 times over. No, I didn't import it from Australia. It's a Pontiac GHET. So GM imported them and rebranded them as Pontiacs. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. I hate when I forget one of them has a broadhead on there, and then I go and pull it out and almost slice my finger open. Yo, chat's going wild. If I miss something, guys, just let me know. Yeah, David, you're probably not wrong. Like, I really wouldn't want to mess with like a rhino or an elephant or a giraffe or pretty much anything in Africa can kill you, right? Like, you don't want to take chances, so the heavier the better, even if it only gets you a little bit more penetration or whatever the case is, you know? I will tell you that the bow shop owner near us, he hunts elk with a 42-pound recurve. You know, he's a big believer in heavy arrows as well. And he actually helped me tune these arrows because these are 650 grain arrows. He helped me tune these. And, you know, I just learned a lot from him. I believed in heavy arrows before that, but especially with the recurve, like I just don't think the poundage is really what makes that much of a difference. Dottie Boss, I'll see you later, man. Kong, what's up? How you doing? Hello, hello. How's everybody doing on this rockin' Monday night? What I should be doing is I should be building a bow, because I still have to build one. Or I should be building like a bow holder so I don't have to set all my arrows and stuff down right here. Well, Leo, so I think you kind of have a flawed perspective on that, right? Like, and they are certainly endangered. You know, there's a lot of protections in place though. And when you kill one, like the meat goes to the local villages, all that money helps out like their economy. And then you get to bring home a cool amount, which then again, you help, you know, you help out your taxidermist. So. See, now maybe I need to go to the deep grip. I don't know. Maybe that's what I need to do. Hey, Ashley, thanks for the comment. You help feed the algorithm. So when you see the 250 people in the chat, you know, it's because of you. I appreciate it. Thanks for the help. That was bad. I pulled my arm on release when I did that. Well, David, their population, I mean, has dropped tremendously over the years, right? So I think when we're talking about it, like, I just mean like overall in the last 75-ish years, whereas, you know, they're protected in certain areas and they control the population very closely. You know what I mean? Jeff, we're at about 12-ish, 12, 13 yards right here. But it's cold outside and I don't want to shoot outside. So, you know, getting 12 yards in the garage where it's a little warmer. I don't have the wood stove on tonight, but it's a little warmer. Haters gonna hate. Yep, that is true. There we go. And one day I'm gonna split an arrow for you guys. You know, it's funny because most of the shots I miss on deer with the recurve are super close. And, you know, I'm in the saddle, right? And what happens is I get 25 feet, 30 feet up in a tree, and then you're almost shooting straight down. And it's just such a hard shot to make with the recurve. It's a hard shot with the compound. And I do practice it pretty often out of the saddle in a tree in my backyard, but. That was a little low. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It felt well when I did it. Yeah, and you know, Jeff, what I was told from day one is hunt with the recurve is not about how far you can shoot. It's about how close you can get to the animals, you know? Virgil, what's up? What's up? Danielle, Ellie is eating dinner. Do I ever hunt with guns? I'm hunting with a gun in less than a week here. Maryland season opens up, and that's where I'll be. John, what's up? Ryan, what's up? How you guys doing? What a group. That ain't bad. Ryan, don't tell me what to do. I'll shoot it on purpose. Y'all got to be careful. I'll do it. I'm not even scared. Hello from Tennessee. What's up? What's up? What part of Tennessee are you in? Been down there quite a few times. They are getting harder to find, aren't they, Ryan? And we're hitting sticks. Strawberry Plains. You're gonna have to give me like a major city that you're relatively close to, or a general area, I think. Yeah, Ryan, it's tough. I need the new window seals because they leak because they've dry rotted, and holy crap, they're like $700 for a full set. All of those are just touching. Knoxville, okay. Yeah. Oh, Alice is in Tennessee. We got a lot of Tennessee people here. Yeah, Ryan, but then when you get them like that, like you got to pay, normally you got to pay to ship them across the pond, and that gets expensive too. Where was that one? I think it's in there. There's not touched another arrow. You know, it's a decent group when you can pull 5 arrows out at once. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I don't know. Whoever said go with the deep grip or was talking about Fred Bear earlier. Oh, no. Oh, I did it. I split a knock. That's not really a good thing, but, you know, means I'm in there. I was wondering. I had one flyer, and I was wondering why. And that explains it. Nice. Well, so that's worthless. I go through knocks like crazy, but I haven't split one in a little bit now. Luckily, I've got a bunch more. Oh, that's not the right size. Uh-oh. Is this the right one? There we go, that one will work. I don't know if it lights up or not, but it'll work. Yeah, $12 knocks, dude. They ain't cheap. And I'll tell you what, like I used to be, feathers are damaged. Like, dude, that was a solid group. It's one of the best groups I think I've had on the live. Yeah, Ben, I'm not a huge fan of hunting public land in Pennsylvania. There are some archery only zones, and that's like my favorite time to be in those because nobody else is hunting archery on public land in rifle season. Like very, very few people do it, so it's super cool. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hey, if I could get you guys to do me a favor and smash that like button, and if you like the content, subscribe, that would be great. If not, you don't have to. You can just drop in, leave a nasty comment, and go. That's how it goes a lot, but you know. David, like, I don't have that issue too often. Like, normally if you whistle at somebody, like, we've all walked in on people on public land. Like, it just happens, you know? Like, other people, they see the deer sign. They're not in the same spots we are. But it's just part of it. Most people, not everybody. I've had people that I'll whistle at them, and then they circle around me and go 50 yards closer to, like, the bedding or wherever. And I'm like, okay, dude, like, you kind of just ruined my hunt. But generally speaking, if they just walk up to you, you give them a little whistle or something, let them know you're there. Most people will kind of turn around and back off and go somewhere else. So I've had very few issues with people on public land. Generally speaking, if I roll up and there's other people in the parking lot, I'll go right up to them and be like, hey, like, not trying to steal spots, but this is where I'm hunting. Where did you plan on hunting? Josh, we love fishing. It's not really ideal fishing season right now in Pennsylvania, but if you stick around until March and April, we're going to be getting after it, man. And then we'll pretty much do that all through the summer. Uh-oh, somebody was put in timeout. You don't mess with Alice, man. She's not afraid to put anybody in timeout. Sub for that bullseye. I don't really have like a target up to bullseye, unless you just meant like after a heart shot in that one, and in which case I appreciate it. Woo! And then I go and spine shot one for you. The 100 grain tips work a little better in these bows. Yeah, David, I tend to agree with you on that, man. Where are we? We're a little left. I don't have lighted knocks on that. I'm just gonna go to the store and, heck yeah, she is, Ben. I'm gonna go to the store and just buy $300 of lighted knocks in various sizes and be done with it. Ooh. Actually slapped my wrist for once because I was grabbing the bow. Yeah, Zach, like normally I run the 250 grain practice tips. I've got 300 grain practice tips, which are a little beefier. But then on the hunting arrows I just built, which are the ones with the red fletchings on them, They've got a 200 grain insert in them. So that insert goes down to like there. It's pretty substantial. And then I can run the Zwicky Eskimo broadheads, which I am a huge fan of. Yeah, Jack, I do shoot a compound. This season I've been pretty much all traditional, and I don't really have a desire to shoot the compound. And I probably will, like late season when I really need to be 30 feet in a tree, I probably will. Especially once you start getting the layers on, like that's when you start slapping your, not really your arm, but you start hitting the, like my look. Let me help you guys out here, right? This is my like winter snowsuit, and it's so bulky, like it just doesn't work very well. I love the thing. It keeps me super warm, but from a trad bow perspective, it's not great. I did, Jack. I got my first, so I've only been hunting. This is my third season. The video is out on the channel. I got my first buck with the Recurve. Last year I took my first buck, and this was my first buck with the Recurve. So it's not a big buck by any means. I shot a really nice buck earlier in the season, but I hit him in the shoulder and we never found him. And yeah, and then I'm headed down to Maryland here on Saturday to go and try and get another buck. So yeah, dude, the video's on the channel if you want to check it out. Same goes for everybody else. You know, it's okay. It's pretty good. You can just see it, skip through to the kill shot. I got the whole thing on film, which is why it's super cool. It's probably the best, like self-filming's hard. And then like, that's probably the best video I have. Do I run weight tubes? David, I'm not really sure what those are. Alaska, welcome, man. Tony's doing all right. He's doing pretty good. I'm surprised he's not in the chat right now, honestly. You know, normally he's in the chat trolling around doing his thing. Him and I were supposed to go to Maryland together to rifle hunt, and I think he's still going to try to get out, and he just won't, you know, he won't walk as far. He'll take it kind of easy. He'll hunt from the ground, and then if he shoots one, like I'm there to do the work for him, you know? Yeah, Tony, where you at, you little worker? Ooh, that's high. So I have yet to spine shot a deer with the Recurve, and I'm really curious if that would still drop it or if I just wouldn't get penetration and then the deer's gonna run off. Backwoods, congrats, man, that's awesome. I'm not tagged out in Pennsylvania, but I haven't been hunting like super difficult. Or super hard. I haven't been hunting super hard anymore. I was getting after it. I was chasing bucks. I wasn't too interested in does. So I still have like 5 doe tags, I think. And I haven't been super interested in hunting does. Like I want to go back down to Maryland and chase bucks. But then again, I don't even feel like waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to make the 2-hour drive down there to quick rush into the woods. So I don't know. A little far back. I think we're still in the back of the longs there, though. Jay Sharp, what's up? What's up? Welcome, everybody. If I missed the chat, we got a lot of people in here. It's good live tonight. Just put your question up again. I'll try and get to you. Michael, you want to see an earshot? I got you, man. Let me go pull some arrows. Yeesh. I'm gonna need to get a new insert before next week, I think. I am blowing through that. But it works out because I gotta run to Bass Pro Shop anyway because I gotta grab, I gotta get more jerky mix. So it'll work out. Michael, I believe in me too. We're gonna make it happen, hang on. Stand by, gotta turn off all the way to Knox. See, Tim and Shibe, they're both, like, they're my neighbors, they're regulars to the channel, they have their own YouTube channels. And normally they'll come over and they'll either pull arrows for me or they'll turn off Knox. Like they're super helpful. But they are both down in West Virginia. Timmy actually shot a buck today down there. Very nice buck. So I know he's stoked up. He's probably still trying to get out of the woods because he shot a doe. And I think while he was cleaning up his gear to get ready, like get down from the tree in his climber and stuff, the buck came in and he smoked the buck too. So at around like 4 o'clock, he had 2 deer down and he had to get him out of the woods. So Godspeed to him. It's dark at like 5 o'clock, so I'm sure he's still out there dealing with it. He's in like 18 inches of fresh powder. So fun, right? Fun. But he's got a lot of guys to help him. So right after the lights go out, I'm sure everybody will kind of get together and help him get him out of the woods. So. Okay, earshot. Let's try it. Starting strong. Woo. Not quite. Very close. But not quite. I'm right in between the ear and the antler. Yeah, Richard, definitely don't go heavy on that draw weight, man. You were in here before. We talked about this already, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, for anybody else in here, I would highly recommend the Recurve to anybody who wants to learn, but you got to stay super low in that draw weight. Start at 25 pounds. Like, I'm a big dude. I'm 6'2", I'm 230 pounds. I work out, but don't do it. Like, your form is going to break down. You're not going to be able to shoot as much as you want to do. Yeah, David, I'm the same way. Oh, no, you said you have to. Yeah, never mind. I shoot 3 under and then I gap shoot. No, I don't think it's just you, dude. And I see the progression, right? Like, a lot of people, as they go through their traditional archery journey, it seems like they end up going instinctive anyway, right? A lot of people end up going split finger too. I think just because like the bows shoot better unless you have a bow that's specifically tailored for it, you know, but like I can try here. I'll try and shoot split finger instinctive. That wasn't too bad. I'm in the target. We're in the target. It wasn't a great shot, but we're in there. I'll have to do it with a lighted knock so you guys can actually do it. I just don't want to shoot it with my hunting bow because then I'll punch through and hit the backstop. Those arrows are touching. At least I'm consistent, but they're like spine shots. So it is what it is. It is what it is. That one's in there though. I just can't be as accurate. And like maybe if I put, you know, 15,000 rounds through the bow and I just practiced shooting like that, I'd be okay. Yeah, Royal Archer, you're probably right. Royal Archery, what is it? It's archery. Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right, you know. But I started out gap shooting and I don't really feel like changing, especially mid-season, because I'm still hunting with this bow. So maybe next season. I have the longbow, dude. I'm so excited to get this longbow. Like, everybody says like, oh, like they're slightly slower, but they're so much quieter, you know? A lot of people just like longbows have a big following, so I'm excited. I haven't really shot a longbow that I've liked, but I don't think I had one with a long enough AMO for my draw length. Is your homemade bow you made with sticks considered modern archery? No. If you made the bow with sticks, it's definitely like primitive archery. It's actually neither. It's a Samick Sage knockoff. It cost me about like 80 bucks. It's a sweet bow, dude. I've killed 4 deer with it. Same with the Black Hunter. Like the Black Hunter is another great bow. Bugs. I'm gonna have to go back and look at them. I've been a little busy lately. I know you send me stuff, and sometimes I just miss it. And I think I opened it real quick and then didn't actually go back and really look at it. I apologize. I'll check it out right after the live, man. Like this bow, I just love this bow, man. I just love it. He made a bow from a coat hanger. I think you're just yanking my leg right now. All right, let's get a nice group to hunt bow. Let's do it. Oh, actually it wasn't bad. Okay. Whew. I thought that was gonna be worse than it was. And if you guys go to ETAR, I know Tony and I are planning on going next year, and that would be a really cool opportunity for all of us to like meet up and shoot and hang out, drink some beer. That'd be a cool time. Miss fishing. So on my hunting bow, poundage wise, I draw to about 43 to 45 pounds. I overdraw. So most recurves or just traditional equipment is measured at 28 inches. That's how they measure the poundage. And then for every inch you go over that, you're adding about 2.5 pounds. Bows stack differently, but 2.5 pounds is the average. So I'm drawing about 43. I'm drawing 31 inches. Also, guys, we are super close to 8,000 subs. If you like the content, go and sub, and maybe you can be the 8,000th sub. Be kind of cool. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, that guy who games. Tony has been hunting with his compound most of the season. He started off with a recurve. He had 2 bad shots, which the recurve is a learning experience, even for somebody like Tony who's killed 50 deer in the last 10 years. The recurve is a learning experience, and so he had 2 not so great shots on deer. And after that, he put it down. He picked up the compound. But Tony, what's up? What's up? How are you doing? But that being said, I think late season here, I will probably switch back to the compound just because it's hard to shoot with all the layers on in the wintertime, you know, because I mean, I'll hunt when it's 13 degrees, and that's a great time to hunt because the deer need to be on their feet feeding. So yeah, down the barrel, I am actually. It's a good night. I don't know why. I'm kind of surprised after doing 200 shots last night. I started off a little slow tonight, but we got on it quick. So I am a big believer though that like the only shot that matters is your first one. So generally speaking, like when I'm practicing for hunting, I will do 1 shot in the backyard from various distances, anywhere from like 25 yards and in. What arrows are those? So I actually have 2. These are the cheaper arrows that I have for my Black Hunter. They are 1,000 spine arrows, and they are Link Boy arrows. I don't know if you can see that or not. Link Boy. And then my hunting arrows, I have my exact hunting setup right here. I am running the Easton Legacy arrows in 400 spine. And then I have a 200 grain insert, which goes in about that far. And then I am running the Zwickey Eskimo blades. So the bleeders are broken off because it's my practice tip. But these broadheads are phenomenal. And they're cheap too, which is nice. I started off the season with VPA 3 blades, and after a couple not so great shots, like Tony and I never really got great blood trails with them. And the reason I got them to begin with is because the 3 blades were supposed to produce better blood trails. I'm telling you, the blood trails I've gotten with these Zwickey Eskimos are phenomenal. Even if you're running a compound and you want to do fixed blade, I would look into them because they're awesome. So my hunting bow is right here. It's 43 pounds. You don't need a lot. That's why I run 650 grain arrows. They pack a punch. And I think one of the things I'm going to try to do next year, that's okay, DJ. Everybody has their own opinion on broadheads, you know. I can't tell you what to use, and it's just the way it is. Like, it's, you know, it's all preference. We all have different experiences with broadheads too. With the expandable broadheads, that's all I will run on my, how many points of contact you try to keep? Do you mean like anchor points? I'm assuming you mean anchor points. So I draw back and I anchor off like the corner of my mouth a little bit with my middle finger, and then I touch my string to my nose, and that's pretty much how I anchor. Everybody kind of has their own method. I know I'm not really supposed to anchor it off your mouth. Like, people say if you're going to do that, like pick a tooth and anchor off of a tooth. Something that doesn't move, you know? But I'm shooting pretty good. I mean, those are, you know, 2 arrows, they're touching, I'm right there. That being said, I also cut my arrows specifically at 31 inches. And the reason being is when I draw back, I know it's time to shoot when the brass insert gets back to the riser. And then on my hunting arrows, when my broadhead gets back to the riser, I know it's time to shoot. And actually, you can see the first deer I killed, I got a little overzealous and I overdrew, and I knocked my arrow off of the bow. The arrow falls down. The deer's like looking around like, what the heck was that? Luckily, it was a pretty windy day, and there were branches coming down and stuff like that. So I got away with it. I was able to knock another arrow and shoot her. But like, these are all the things that, like, you don't have these problems with compounds, and like, it's such another animal. It's awesome hunting with these. Ooh, that's a little far back. A little far back. Dead deer, I think, but a little far back. I mean, not I think. I know that's a dead deer, but we don't want to prolong suffering. But yeah, as far as broadhead choice goes, like, out of my compound, I pretty much only shoot the NAP Spitfires, or I'll shoot the G5 Mega Meats. Yeah, DJ, I'm going down to the western side of Maryland where I can hunt with a rifle. That's a little far forward. It actually kicked a little bit because it's in the insert, but it's right on the edge of the hard foam, so it kind of kicked out on me. I'm excited. I've never shot a deer with a rifle, and I'm so excited for once. Like, I put myself in scenarios where I'm constantly seeing bucks. I've seen bucks every time I've gone out for the last 3 weeks, and it's not an exaggeration. It's every time I've been out. Like, when I was down there 2 Mondays ago in Maryland, I saw 6 bucks in one day. Like, it was phenomenal. I just hate the rut because, and especially hunting with the compound or with the recurve, because they need to be within 20 yards. And if they're chasing a hot doe, they're not stopping. Like, you got to yell at them, you know? Jackson, that's awesome, man. What'd you get? Bugs, we just split it open at like 3 a.m. What night was that? It was like Friday or Saturday night. We split it open. We were all drinking a lot of adult beverages, and it was like 3 a.m. Tim's brother was up, and we were like, let's do it. Practice on grouping, actually a designated spot. Well, so how far along are you in your archery career? Like, specifically your traditional archery career, right? or I don't know if you want to call it a career, but you know what I mean. Because I think at first when you start practicing, you should really just focus on good form and trying to group really well at like 10 to 15 yards, you know, like just group them, work on your form, because that's what makes the difference, right? And then start practicing on shooting certain points, you know. The other part, like if you practice here and there, you probably got to start shooting every day. And you don't have to shoot a lot. Shoot like 1 to 3 shots. And if I'm not doing the lives, like that's all I do. I'll go out, I'll shoot one shot at like anywhere from 10 to 25 yards, and that's it. Like that's all I'll shoot. If it's bad, I might shoot another one, but I don't shoot a lot by any means. It's not necessary. You wear yourself out, especially if you're shooting like a hunting bow with a heavier poundage. That's why I really like the Black Hunter, because I can sit here and shoot it for an hour for you guys, and I'm still shooting a pretty decent group. I got a couple flyers. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm tired. My back's like shaking while I'm drawing back, even with an only 25-pound bow, you know? But I mean, you can hear I'm knocking arrows here. But that would be my advice. And then I would say build your arrows around a tip-on distance, right? So if you are gap shooting, you can do what we call like a tip-on distance, right? And basically what we're doing is I'm building an arrow that when I draw back at 20 yards, I aim with the tip, and that's where my arrow is going to impact. And if you're new to traditional archery, I think it's just the greatest way to get into it and be able to use it for hunting scenarios. And it's a fantastic way to do it. Instead of going instinctual right off the bat and having to shoot 15,000 arrows before you can actually start to shoot decently, you know? That would be my advice. I'm probably going to do a video of like top beginner piece of advice that I have to offer. And I think being relatively new to traditional archery, I didn't get serious until a couple months ago. Like back before hunting season, I started getting serious 2 to 3 months before hunting season. So I think I have a lot of really good input, and I've learned a lot, and I hope I can help somebody else out get into it, because we got a lot of people on the channel who are super interested and are buying bows. So if I could make a video and show you guys how to tune your arrows, show how to build an arrow for a tip-on distance, go over like general form practices, and just teach you guys some stuff to help expedite the process and make it a little less painful, I'm hoping we can grow the traditional archery community, you know? That's my goal. Not just traditional archery, just hunting in general, but there's just something special about traditional archery. And I know we have there's like 10 people on the channel who have ordered bows because we're out here shooting them every night, you know? And I just think that's super awesome. Whether it be a Recurve compound crossbow, it's fantastic. Jay Sharp, thanks for the shout out, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we got a lot of people in here. If you guys could smash that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. We are super close to 8,000 subs. I don't know if we're there yet or not. If somebody could check for me and let me know, that would be cool. But if you could sub to the channel, we greatly appreciate it. Subs don't cost anything. Help out some smaller YouTubers. Man, I'm gonna have to stop shooting the hunting bow unless I get another insert here, because I'm just burying my hunting arrows like up to the fletchings, and I don't want to destroy those because fletchings are decently expensive. And I don't have the jig to actually put them back on, so. Yeah, Jay Sharp, we need around like 300,000, my man. That's what we need. That would be sweet. And then I could do this full time. You guys would have to see me every single day. It would be awesome. But I think we'll get there. Like, seriously, I really think we'll get there. I don't think there's a lot of other YouTubers out there showing, they're not showing the realness of hunting, you know? Everybody wants to act like they've made the best shots. They never make mistakes. They act like they see deer every time they go into the woods. And I know I would have just told you I've seen bucks the last 6 times I went hunting, but I have them all on video. Like, I can prove it. I can back it up. I don't put videos out unless I shoot a deer that day. So I think I've only been skunked like twice this whole season, and I've done like 60 sits. William, what's up? What's up? How are you doing? But the other part is, like, Tony and I, we thoroughly enjoy teaching people how to hunt, you know? And our main goal is just grow the sport and show people that, like, hey, you don't need 1,000-acre leases. You don't need $3,000 bows and $3,000 worth of Sitka gear and all this stuff, you know? Like, you just don't. I killed 4 deer with an $80 bow. I killed my buck wearing flannel and jeans. Like, just is what it is. You don't need all this stuff. You just need to know what you're doing and be good. I pulled that. You know what I'm doing? I'm torquing it because I'm tightening up my grip right before I shoot. I need to not do that. And then I think the other thing that I'm going to do next season is I'm going to get a clicker for the bow, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a little like string with a little band that connects to your string. And then when you hit a certain distance, it clicks. Just the more I see from these skilled traditional archery shooters, like, if you look at Olympic style archery, like, they all have clickers, right? They all talk about that, like, surprise release. And having something ingrained that tells you when to release, because otherwise, like, just human nature, we have a tendency to get target panic. Like, we just do it. When are we going on a 3-mile? I think you mean 3-mile hike. We can do it whenever, man. William, we're doing all right, man. It's a Monday. We're shooting the bows, having some fun. It's a good time. But I think that's one of the things, like, in the off season, I'm going to try and switch to a clicker. Not switch to it, but just add it to some of my bows, play around with it, and go from there. There's a couple other things. Like, I know Clay Hayes puts like a little, say he puts like a little nail or something right in the front, and he squeezes it until his finger pops off, and then he shoots. And I think there's something to that. If there's this many people, this many really good archers doing it, there's probably something to it, you know? Those are certainly touching. Alice is laying down the law, making you guys do your jobs. But you had to look after a robot baby for health class. Yeah, I remember doing that years ago, actually. No, it's not fun. But I will tell you, doing it on a real baby isn't fun either. There's a lot of sleepless nights. I just went through that in the past year here too, so. Last shot with the hunting bow, then I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Been on for over an hour. And we're gonna punch it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alrighty, guys. Well, I greatly appreciate everybody who hopped on tonight. All my moderators, you guys always do a great job. You're the best. Everybody else, thank you. If you want to see more Recurve content, just subscribe to the channel and then hit the little bell button, I think, and that'll give you notifications. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea, that guy. Trouble, don't tell me what to do. One day we will. But anyway, guys, I'm wrapping it up here. I got other stuff to do. I'm probably going to start on one of these bows tonight. Probably make it easy on myself. We're going to start with the board bow and go from there. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But once again, thank you guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow or whenever.